Hi. So, Shadow and Bone. I binged. See, here's the thing. A lot of booktubers and YouTubers, they got like to watch Shadow and Bone first. I didn't get to do that because Netflix doesn't recognize 100 subscriber YouTubers, right? Like they shouldn't. Um, but here's the thing. I just binged it. It came out on Friday and I binged it like Saturday night and then today. And I love it. Here's the thing. Your girl has not watched or read any of the Grisha books. I tried reading Six of Crows a couple of years ago, but I had just read both Mistborn and The Lies of Locke Lamora. So I was kind of over the heist books. Not that I'm ever over the heist genre. It's just that the heist idea was kind of like really fresh in my mind. And I had it, like, I felt like I've read the best already, which I might, I don't know. I am going to read Six of Crows. You can all wait for a review of that very, very soon. So, Shadow and Bone. I'm going to tell you why I like it now. Here's the thing. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. It has issues with a very bland main character, even though the actress that plays her, and I should probably know her name. I know nobody's name, but I'm gonna put a picture of her here somewhere. And she's perfect, like perfect, amazing. She just plays whatever she has way like believably. And even though she is like a classic YA bland main character, she is quite interesting to watch as the actress plays her. Like I never felt bored by watching her. That being said, the first episode that's mainly focused on her tends to be a little bit slow and it is a tiny little bit confusing. But if you've survived The Witcher and the crazy timeline that happens in that TV show, you're gonna be fine. Do not worry. And then it gets progressively better. Episode 5 is my favorite of the entire show. It's just it made me feel so many things. And here's the thing about this TV show. That's what makes me recommend it so much to people, even people that don't enjoy YA. Like I know that Bookborn, she doesn't enjoy YA, and I saw her Instagram story saying that she's like, yeah, but I might read this though because it's good, right? Like the magic is really interesting. I have Lee Bardugo really made something that it looks interesting, and she put it in a time setting and in a place setting that's not quite all that common, right? It's kind of loosely based on Russia, and it's already like in a pace of technology where like guns exist and like pistols, and it kind of made me yearn for a TV show of like the Wax and Wayne books, because it's kind of that same mindset and that same like timetable, and there's like the trains and all of that technology. It just made it so much more grounded in reality, I suppose, and so much more fun. It feels like a place that you can go to. The idea of the fold is just like amazing. I love it. And then we can talk about characters a little bit. The characters that I now know are a part of the Six of Crows cast, right? Like Kaz and Inej, and I forgot Jasper. Jasper is the love of my life. I do understand that he's probably not into my sort of people. He might be bi, I don't know, but he is the love of my life now. Like we should marry soon because he is the funniest. When he's on camera, he's just hilarious and charismatic in a way that's hard to achieve, right? Like the funny side character, the comic relief is a trope that's been overplayed and overdone, especially in heists or like criminal kind of crews, but he plays it so well. That actor just does it perfectly, and I enjoyed myself immensely. Whenever he was on screen, I knew it was like in for fun. The goat's perfect. That's all I'm saying, because I'm trying not to be spoilery here. So the goat, thank you for the goat. And I enjoyed the other characters like Kaz, amazing. I love that progression between their storylines and how you see the characters start to progress throughout their storylines in every little nucleus of their own story. And there was even this one nucleus of this one woman, this one Grisha woman, that it didn't feel like it connected anywhere, and I was enjoying like her story quite a lot, but it kind of like halted the progress of the story a little bit, I felt like. But then when they reached a certain point, I was like, oh, I see. Oh, I love it though. And that made it worth it for me. The issues I have, oh, and also before I go into the issues, Caspian, Prince Caspian, don't know his name. I'm going to figure it out. This man, I was ready to love him no matter what, because I've been in love with Prince Caspian since I've watched the movie almost 10 years ago. So I was expecting to just love him forever. But he actually, like, the actor actually does an awesome job. I haven't seen him in many things after Prince Caspian. It's not like an actor that I follow through his work, but he did so many cool things with his character. You can see pain and pleasure and love and hate in his eyes in ways that are quite amazing. It kind of reminded me of Sebastian Stan's performance on Falcon and the Winter Soldier, right? Like, it's subtle, but yet it's not as subtle because this is fantasy YA, so there's not so much subtlety about it. But even in the extraness of fantasy YA, he does have some quiet moments and some very interesting acting. It feels like he's having fun. It feels like he's enjoying what he's doing, kind of like Ian Somerhalder playing Damon on The Vampire Diaries. Like, he's enjoying what he's doing, and that just made it so much worth it to me. Now, my problems with the TV show, they're not many. My problems are, it's too short. It feels, I always say this because we all know that I like 20 episodes long TV shows, so you can take that with a grain of salt. But it just feels like all the plot threads could have benefited from like 2 more episodes, right? Like, it's an 8 episode long season. It could have been 10, and I feel like that would have benefited the story like throughout, because from like episode 1 you understand the status quo, you know where we're going, like, right, there's this woman, she's a cartographer, like things are about to happen to her, and then from episode 1 to episode 2, like the status quo changed dramatically, which is normal, like that's fine. But then from episode 2 to episode 3 we change again, and then there's like a different setting and a different place and different actions, and the plot that you thought you were getting, it's not really the plot that you're getting, and that made it feel a little bit too fast. But not enough to actually hurt the progression. I enjoyed the world building quite a lot. It actually topped world building like The Witcher, which had quite a lot more of money invested into it. The visuals look perfect, even though they don't have that much money to play with. And even the magic, that you can see that there's like some scenes where it could have been more magic, but probably budgetary reasons didn't allow that to happen. They compensated with like good dialogue really well. Dialogue is also a problem here, because even though the actors deliver their best, and lots of the time like expositionary dialogue doesn't feel like, it doesn't drag at all. And I'm a fantasy fan, so exposition is like plot dumps. Info dumps are not the thing that like it's gonna deter me from a story by any means. But sometimes it felt clunky, it felt like it didn't fit, right? And there's like some things that are quite very YA that I don't hate, but it does feel played out, right? I like YA, I read YA, I have no problem with it. It's just that sometimes, this is a TV show based on a 2011 book, I think. So there's some things that at that point were probably more innovative, and that right now you just know where we're going, and that made me remember that this was a YA book. But overall, I would give this like a 4 out of 5. It's enjoyable. It made me feel for the characters. I felt fear for them. I felt love for them. I shipped a lot of people and I enjoyed myself quite a lot. My sister watched it with me and she liked it too. Did you like it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Much.
She was screaming throughout the experience. It was great. So I cannot wait for season 2 of Shadow and Bone. And if you like and subscribe, maybe for until season 2, I get to watch it before everybody else, and then you get an early review. That's not likely, but just in case, like and subscribe, and I guess I'll see you all next video.